Good evening, Southeast Texas and Southwest Louisiana. I'm meteorologist Lucas Bostwick. We're taking a look at satellite and radar over the past 3 hours, and we can see that we had some showers and storms earlier, but most of them have already started to die out at this point, and there's a few still left over around Lafayette, but those will start to die off soon as well as we start to lose all that daytime instability. Now, current temperatures, they're in the mid 80s in general. This is sponsored by Do Good Federal Credit Union. We see that we also have some low 80s in a few places as well, like Lake Charles is right at 80 at this point, so definitely starting to cool down, and temperatures will be falling a little bit more throughout the evening. Now, if we look at U.S. temperatures, we can see that we do have a lot of cooler air beginning to move down towards the southeast, and it's already down to 49 in Denver at this time, so definitely some cooler air beginning to work in. And regional temperatures are running right now in the mid 80s in general, though 100 right now in Laredo, so definitely pretty warm down in the Rio Grande Valley, but otherwise it's in the 80s and 90s across most of the state. Now, our futurecast is showing that overnight we shouldn't have too much to talk about, maybe a couple showers to our north well out there, but that's going to be in association with the cold front approaching. And we see that throughout the day, the cold front starts to build back down, and we start to see some pop-up showers developing ahead of it. And then the cold front will push on through, and we'll see a really good coverage of showers and thunderstorms overall, although it's possible that the line might be a little bit broken. We'll have to wait and see how broken it is. But overall, the coverage is looking pretty high for tomorrow. Around 80% of the area should be seeing some storms. And then as far as the tropics are concerned, this is looking like two areas of interest, but most of them on the models are showing that this won't really be much of an impact, certainly not for the Gulf, but potentially for the East Coast, but that's a little bit far out to determine, especially for that more western area of development. But the bottom line is that it's no threat to the Gulf at all. Now, our futurecast, let's talk about that. This is sponsored by Neutron Electrical Services. We see that cold front pushes through tomorrow, or rather on Thursday for sure, and then starts to push on out of here, and we start to see clearer skies start to move in from high pressure building into our north, so we can expect some really cool temperatures going forward for the weekend. The lows tonight, they're going to be in the lower to mid 70s in most areas, around 80 at the beach, and then highs tomorrow, sponsored by Switch Electric, are going to be in the lower 90s in most areas, maybe some upper 80s though as well. Now, our 7-day outlook, it calls for an 80% chance of storms for tomorrow, and then on Thursday, we see that it's a 30% chance of storms only in the morning, and then we see that the much cooler air starts to move in over the weekend, highs in the mid to upper 80s, lows in the mid to lower 60s, and I'll tell you what, in our northern regions, upper 50s is definitely not out of the question with this type of a setup. It's probably going to be a lot cooler with clear skies in a lot of areas, so we could see those temperatures drop even more. And then for Southwest Louisiana, same thing. You can expect those highs to drop into the mid 80s over the weekend, and those lows in the mid to lower 60s, upper 50s in the northern regions, pretty possible, not likely. We'll have to see how cool it gets, but it's looking pretty good. And just temperatures not really, we don't have a 90 actually quite yet in the forecast. Maybe we'll keep that 90 away for the next at least 4 or 5 days after this cold front, but we'll have to wait and see how much it returns. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GulfCoastWX and check out just make sure you subscribe to it first, and then also check out our Facebook page for more weather updates. Check out Johnny's forecast in the morning, and have a good evening.